Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So I thought I'd do a video today about Splinterlands and particularly its rental sort of feature, which is not something I've particularly, well, not something I've actually ever used, to be totally frank. But it is something that, as we've seen this sort of explosive growth from Splinterlands, we have seen this sort of renting become sort of more important. And it was something I was a little bit skeptical about. Why would you want to rent cards? Well, instead of buying them. One of the reasons you might is that Splinterlands has this quite strong tournament system. So there's these tournaments being set up all the time. Anyone can set up a tournament. And there may be certain rules about what cards you can and can't use in the tournament. And obviously not everyone is going to have the ability to sort of buy decent sort of hands, decent decks across all the different sort of variations of what you might have, particularly if people are defining sort of very early sets of cards. So you know, there's reasons for that. So anyway, this is Agrode, Jesse, the CEO of Splinterlands. So he's saying it had one. This is a little bit old. This tweet, a few days old. He's saying it had 1.2 million rental contracts today in one day. So that's people kind of setting up their cars to be rented, and players earned $167,000. So the rate of this is the dollar rate based on the dark energy crystal, which is one of the underlying, the basic sort of utility crypto token in Splinterlands. He's saying at this rate, it's $61 million a year. I mean, this is obviously a little bit cherry picking his data here. You can see, as he points out, you can see the volume is seasonal for now with the 2 week. So within Splinterlands, you basically have these sort of ongoing competitions, an ongoing sort of tournament that everyone sort of entered into, and those last every 2 weeks. And then there's these other tournaments which are sort of ad hoc set up as well. But it is quite interesting that you kind of think this is, you know, people who have cards just sort of, and obviously if you're renting your cards out, you can't use them. So you are sort of locking up some sort of value in this, and people wouldn't do it if there wasn't sort of money to be made there. But you know, pretty decent. So let's actually go and have a look at Splinterlands so we can see here. So if I go into this card sales, so this is people selling their cards, so I can actually obviously go out and buy some cards. So if I want to spend $50,000 buying Prince Julian, I can do so. I do not, but I can go to rentals, and there is Prince Julian. So I can hire Prince Julian for $1.67 a day. And we can see here, I've just done this in kind of high price order. So the most expensive card is Archmaid Aureus. And I can rent him for $3, almost $4 a day, and he's going to give me. He's got a mana use of 5 units of mana. Sorry, and he's going to give me. He's pretty good actually. Yeah, so you want him. He's going to give your melee attacks at least +1. Give your ranged attacks +1, and also give your magic attacks +1. So basically, any attack you're going to do, all your units are going to get a +1. So you can kind of see why he is. He's going to be sort of a useful one for people. Maybe they don't want it all the time. But if you get him in for a day, then you're going to improve your win rate. The more games you win, the more of the currency you are earning. So if we click on here, we can see here, as all these things, there's a range. So this is the cheapest one, and this is DEC a day. So this is the dark energy crystals, and this is what you sort of win as you sort of play through the Splinterlands sort of game. And we can see here these are the owners. So these are the people who are going to earn this dark energy crystal. And here we can just see the level. This is kind of leveled up cards. So it is interesting. It is something that probably blockchain game designers should sort of think about, particularly if you are going for, or presumably most people are going for sort of very scarce number of NFTs, and particularly high level of scarcity at the top end. So when you have these legendary NFTs, you really don't want too many of them around. But equally, you do want them to sort of be useful for people to use them either in the game, or people to be able to, make this sort of passive income. Because you do want things, I think, compared to other NFT projects where you just own the thing, you have a CryptoPunk and you can't do anything with it, you just own it. So you stick it in your Twitter feed and you hope the price goes up, sort of thing. And maybe you fractionalize it, I don't know. But with game thing, the point about games is you have NFTs need to have, again, can have value, but also they need to have your sort of utility. They need to be useful in the game. The value of these things may not be due to their utility, but you are creating NFTs that do have utility, and you probably and if you can build a monetization system into that, renting is clearly one of those things. Another one will be staking. And in a sense, sort of renting is sort of the same as staking, at least if someone rents it out, because you are earning passive income in on that. And in a sense, it's sort of better than staking, because someone else is gaining use of that. So it's probably not either or. Depending on how you do your game design, but anyway, it is good to see. And Splinterlands has always had this in, and so I guess the fact people are sort of used to this, it's not a new feature. And just over time, as Splinterlands has got more, become a bigger community, as sort of more money is being pumped into these sort of tournaments, and the card prices have obviously gone up as well. The token prices have gone up too, and that probably just encourages more people to start renting stuff out, particularly some of these older cards, which obviously are going to be expensive to buy. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we are keeping our eyes over all the changes that are happening constantly at the moment. Hope you can subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching this video, and see you again soon.